Hi Aries, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot weekly tarot for the week of December 18th through December 24th. Just a quick reminder that the 26th we do have that full moon in Cancer and Chiron in Aries. So we are probably going to collectively be feeling a lot of cathartic energy when it comes to a closure on something that has a strong emotional connection. So take that how it resonates. But also interesting too is when I was meditating on your cards and getting them ready and shuffled, the King of Cups was at the bottom of the deck, and look who's at the bottom of the deck still. So this is going to tie into what I was going to just talk about, is your extended monthly, which will be linked at the end of this video, is all about an emotional evolution. And this is collectively the message, but specifically certain signs are getting it a lot stronger than other signs, and fire signs are definitely one of them. But you got a strong recognition of emotional evolution. And last week's energy, which I would reference to, is getting the recognition you deserve for all the hard work you've been doing, right? Nobody has the emotional maturity and groundedness more than the King of Cups. And this is really interesting too, because back in my readings in 2019, leading up to 2020, the King of Cups popped out more than any other card. And I did believe, or I still do believe, that, you know, the 2020 vision that we got, it's not everything looking as perfect as we thought, right? We get to see these shadows emerge. But when we heal it, when we embrace this part of us, you know, that's when we get to have the enlightened knowledge for the collective that we can all move forward, understanding the importance of this emotional and conscious evolution that we're all undertaking to get into the Aquarian age. So please reference your extended December monthly and last week's energy read as well, so that we can see how this energy is playing out, especially because I do the next week's energy. So it'll be interesting to see next week's energy and how it ties into this week. But yeah, just be prepared for some triggers, honestly, okay? Especially like fire signs, like that's going to be really important. I mean, we're all being triggered, you know, and there's just certain things where when we get triggered, we have to reflect back. Where is this coming from, okay? Because it's easy to project onto, you know, the person or the situation that it's tied to at present time, you know, but like that impulsiveness, we really just want to be having in check, okay? And yeah, also too, the fact that we're in a Mercury retrograde, okay, miscommunication. And so if your shadow's, you know, taking the lead and there's miscommunication, that can definitely indicate some disastrous effects. So go within, perfect time during Mercury retrograde, check those emails twice, you know, and really ponder, okay, that's actually something too that you can do leading up to the full moon, because we're releasing a lot, right? And there's healings of insecurities. So really reflect on the triggers that are coming up, okay? And then like connecting where they come from, and then what is it that you want to release from that, right? That's gonna help you move forward and be more grounded. Yes, all right. Yeah, and especially if it's relationships, if your relationships are feeling like this, right? We want to turn that upright. This is ruled by Venus in Cancer. So this very much could be connected to very close relationships that you have, and some emotional healing related to insecurities that we have when it comes to our relationships. So take that how it resonates. Also, see what house Cancer rules in your chart and what house Capricorn rules, because not only is the Mercury retrograde in Cancer, but we also are entering Cancer season on the 21st, okay? So yeah, that'll be very interesting. Oh yeah, this definitely very strong connection to some sort of personal relationship. The Queen of Cups too is ruled by Gemini and Cancer, okay? And this is, you know, a card that is very strongly connected to mother energy. All the queens can be, but this one specifically is connected to mother energy, all right? And so like that's the thing too, is like if there are things that aren't healed, and let's say, you know, like you don't have that connection, entering into the Aquarian age, answering that wake-up call, like we all have the ability to like re-parent ourselves, re-mother ourselves. You know what I mean? And so that's where it's like, are you a victim or a co-creator? And like that, the co-creator takes that knowledge and goes, I have it within my power to heal everything within me myself. Okay. And Aries, you know, you're independent. Yeah. Yeah. So whatever that fire within you, right? Like it wants to come out. We just need to heal it. Okay. And this is ruled by Mercury and Sagittarius. So be very careful of that rapid communication during a retrograde. All right. Also travel, like pay attention to that too. But there's not supposed to be this doom and gloom when it comes to the retrogrades, right? Like you got to keep your vibration high, do the work, and this is the end result. Okay. All right. Well, let us take a look. Look who's at the bottom again. Let's take a look at what we got for Aries for December 18th through December 24th, 2023. Also a reminder too that we have Jupiter going direct on the 30th, okay? So everything we've been thinking about during that retrograde, reassessing, reevaluating, is everything that we've been thinking about expanding is going to expand in the 3D world once it goes direct, all right? During the retrograde is that time to really laser focus your thoughts, really laser focus your intentions to the buildup, all right? And then we're going to see that 3D expansion, which is wonderful to get into 2024 with, because 2024, spring 2024, there's a lot of positive energy coming in, okay? So hang in there, Aries. Interesting. Yeah. We're all leading to that, okay? Answer your calling, whatever your calling is. And then, you know, too, you got to think about that too with the triggers and the frustration and going back to that inner fire, your inner child wanting to express itself. There's something there with the wake-up call, all right? And also judgment reminds you too, judge not lest ye be judged, okay? So yeah, I knew there was some shadow stuff happening here. Okay, this is great though. Wow. Yeah, that, like I said, that full moon is going to be very cathartic, I feel like, for a lot of people. Okay. Last week's energy coming into this week is your shadow, okay? So this is also an indication of Capricorn. So leading up to Capricorn with the Capricorn, Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. Capricorn season started on the 21st. A lot related to Capricorn energy, okay? But this is specifically related to your shadow and understanding the nature of appearances and understanding how you project and reject your shadow and how we can see that in other people once we do the work, right? So like I said, a lot of people are starting to notice this internal transformation that's happening with you. So we just have to be mindful of understanding how our shadow blocks this abundance in our life, whether it be financial or like harmonious relationships. But when we give it power, how it blocks us from the things, and like we don't have to fear these things, right? So also keep in mind that the Capricorn paradigm is crumbling and we're entering Capricorn season. So there's a lot to this crescendo that's happening in the collective when it comes to the Capricorn paradigm shadow. And so that influence you're noticing. But I really believe that last week's indicator of like heads turning because you're doing that work, you're understanding the nature of appearances more, right? You're understanding these triggers more. Okay, you're actually like when it happens or even before it happens, you acknowledge that you can see the patterns, right? Whether it's with yourself or with somebody else in your life. This week's energy is the King of Coins. Okay, now here's what I was saying too about that Mercury retrograde, because it can get really frustrating because we had Sagittarius season where we are moving fast. You know what I mean? Like feeling that inspiration again, feeling that faith again with Neptune and Pisces. So the King of Coins is here to remind you of delayed gratification paying off, okay? Delayed gratification equaling success, because we do need that Capricorn energy of understanding that hard work slowly will pay off and then it like snowballs, okay? Because, you know, fire, you have that passion, you want to move forward. So really, it can be hard with these retrogrades when we are wanting things now, right? So just remember to utilize that energy, okay? Because this is also ruled by Aries and Taurus. And reminder, this is, I think, a huge indicator to really pay attention to your thoughts connected to Jupiter and its expansion, because there's such strong Aries and Taurus energy at the end of the month with Chiron and Aries, healing and security. So I think that's going to be very important for you, especially seeing the shadow, energy here, and Jupiter going direct in Taurus and that expansion, okay? So I really think that we're going to clarify, but I really think the King of Coins is here just to remind you that if you do the work and you keep your thoughts in that energy, you're going to see that expansion. And when those triggers pop up, I guess that's just the universe confirming. If those triggers pop up, make sure that you utilize that Mercury retrograde to reflect on it and see what that's all about, okay? Next week's energy is the sun. My goodness. To see this, so again, that 26th, that's at the beginning of the month, at the beginning of the week next week, okay? So this sun could honestly be the outcome for next week. So it's hard to tell, but like I said, I just am getting a very strong cathartic energy from that full moon on the 26th. And so don't be afraid of the water. Don't be afraid of your emotions, okay? We really want to embrace water. We don't want to fear it. A great movie is the movie Elemental. If you haven't seen that movie, definitely check it out. It's a kid's movie, but it's for everybody. Okay, so let's clarify the devil last week. All right, why is the devil here last week for Aries? Ooh, oh my. I hope that popped up. It did. Good. All right. It's the King of Cups reversed. Okay, so shadow work, please, Aries. Okay, we want this. Embracing your shadow will lead you to this King of Cups. Okay, there couldn't be a better clarifier than this. And honestly, like, I'm getting a lot, related to your relationships, not only your relationship with others, but your relationship with yourself, okay? There's a lot of work to do. So please remember that time, that delayed energy, we don't want to just sit impatiently and waiting for something to happen. It's like, staring at your computer waiting for an email to come in instead of doing other work that's keeping your vibration high. And then all of a sudden that email comes in, okay? So please, this is some pretty strong energy. So, I mean, and look at, you got 2 court cards so far and 2 major arcana. So a lot of this too can be connected to the collective energy, that you're really absorbing the collective energy. So if you're on social media a lot, especially if it's for work, like, make sure you know how to tune that out, right? And do some like rituals that can like clear you of that energy. So if you're around a lot of people in the collective, if you have a career where, you're always surrounded by people. I had a Reiki massage ages ago, and I was a server at the time. And so me as a water sign, like, people's energy just, sticks to me. And the masseuse told me, like, no matter what time it is when you get home from work, it could be 3 a.m., take a shower. Okay, just cleanse that energy off of you. And so that could be really good for you, because this is really feeling like a lot of the collective's energy is triggering your shadow, okay? And specific people are triggering. And the fact too that it's 2 kings, it could be an older male energy. So this could be a boss, this could be your father, a grandfather, you know what I mean? And so like there's somebody's energy that is specifically triggering you. So let's get the King of Coins here. All right. And honestly too, like, so I understand the frustration as, a millennial. Because we've been told to wait our whole lives. So if you're in my age demographic, like, you'll understand this. But it's like, oh, just wait. Like, go to college and get your degree. And then, oh, just wait. You got to pay off oh, just wait. It'll get better. Oh, just wait. And then all these things keep getting taken away, right? And so, like, it's hard not to focus on that sometimes. But it's taking away your personal power. So please just remember that, Aries, okay? All right, let's clarify the King of Coins here for Aries. Also, Aries, if you do like this reading, please do like the video. Comment if you can, if it resonates. It really does help the algorithm. And please subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot as well, so you get notifications of when new videos do pop up. We'll I'm going to be doing those shadow videos too when it comes to your shadow side in astrology. So, oh wow, yeah. So do pay attention to when those come. Okay, this is what's going on here, and this is perfect to see. I mean, I know the Tower can be scary for people, but like I said, I feel so much of this is A, very significant in your life, and B, very connected to collective energy, okay? We have the Tower, Justice, and the Fool. Like this is making the hairs on my arm stand up, because that patience, I'm telling you, you want to be attached to the lightning bolt of change. You don't want to be stuck to the Tower that's collapsing, okay? This is all about bringing the light and the dark, okay, in harmony. You can't have your shadow take the lead, and you also can't have your spirit necessarily take, like it has to be balanced. The Delphic Oracle said, know thyself, nothing in excess. It's the hardest thing to do, even though it sounds easy. Trying to keep your life in balance is hard, all right? And it's not also really honestly like that attainable to do every day, okay? But if you can understand the nature of appearances when it comes to the light and the shadow, that's when you start to at least find that balance in a way that is manageable. Also, we got to point out that it's clarified with the Fool, okay? This is also Uranus energy, all right? And there is this, so really honestly too, see where Uranus is in your chart, because that's also connected to so going back to the collective, that's usually like generational, okay? And so there's something here with you and your generation. It's why I got the instinct to talk about millennials. Like there's something here generationally happening, okay? And again, there's emotional cathartic energy coming in somewhere. But once you face your shadow and embrace it, that's when this Fool comes in. That's where that clearing comes in. And that's what's leading us to the Sun, okay? So please stop paying attention to the collectives. It's not saying not to be knowledgeable of what's happening. We need that. But where are your thoughts going? Are they going into the frustration, the hate, the anger? Do you know what I mean? Or are they coming into the clearing, that we're bringing things into balance, right? That we're having this fresh start collectively. Your energy is so unbelievably important. Like I said, I think it is a lot to do with Aries being in Chiron next week and the healing of those insecurities collectively, okay? So see how much, when there is a sign and their sign is so significant into a specific astrological transit, see the power you have individually. And then again, with fellow Aries, you know what I mean? Like see the power there is in the collective Aries energy to help clear. Like honestly, like Aries, like you could even see your fire, like Aries fire coming in and signifying that change when you collectively can meditate on your energy together. Like one of my favorite astrologers, Pam Gregory, she does a collective like prayer. I think it's every Sunday at 1 p.m. Now, granted, it's 1 p.m. UK time, but, or is it 1 p.m.? I don't remember. But anyways, just go check it up. Go check it out. But that idea of collectively, you know, like that fire energy coming together. And it's what I've been telling fire signs since this summer. Like, how are you going to show your fire? Is it going to be destruction? Or is it going to be by providing warmth and light like the sun? Oh, I'm getting such big chills. Okay, so this is really important for the collective Aries. How are you going to show your fire? And this is actually perfect to see, because you're clearly understanding making this choice, right? With that gratitude, okay? Confidence, okay? The light shines on everybody with the sun. The sun doesn't pick and choose. The towers pick, the lightning bolt is choosing the tower, right? Like the sun just shines, all right? And that's really how we need to focus on how we show our fire. So let's clarify the sun next week. All right. Also, please check out your sun, moon, and rising for a more in-depth look at the energy for the week ahead. Ooh. All right, let's see this. Perfect. Yeah. So you got the Two of Coins and the Page of Swords. Now, the Two of Coins indicates juggling, like multitasking, right? And when it comes to Jupiter, so a reminder, Jupiter going direct, okay? And it's going direct this week. I think this could really signify some really lucky break when it comes to what you're expanding with career or even relationships, right? But you also got the Page of Swords, which is interesting too because the Page of Swords is connected to the winter season. And this is related to speaking your truth, all right? I'm really getting, because the pages are related to child energy and going back to your inner child, and with this shadow, I'm thinking that we're understanding when we get that frustration, right? Like that forceful communication. We're starting to understand the nature of appearances with that and how it connects to our inner child and our shadow. But I'm seeing a lot of luck here, okay? I'm seeing too, like if you're going back to that connection to social media or like communication and business, this could be a new opportunity related to some sort of like line of communication. You know what I mean? Like a communications director, social media manager, like take it how it resonates. But it could even be too that all this work you're doing has had you decide to start your own channel. Do you know what I mean? To help the collective fire, right? Please watch that movie Elemental too, by the way, because it's so good. Okay, we're going to get one empowering question, and then we're going to close this out. All right, one empowering question for Aries for the week of December 18th through December. Ooh, look at that. You got your own fire there too, don't you? All right. My accent just came out there really bad. Okay. So what are those things that make me feel good while I'm doing them? And those things that make you feel good while you're doing them, while you're waiting, right? Okay. You've planted the seeds. You've watered them. Now it's time to go enjoy while you wait, and it's like you come back to it, you check on it, you water it more, but you don't sit there after you water your plant, right? You go and you do something else. So what are those things that make you feel good while you're doing them? And understanding the nature of appearances when it comes to those things. Are those things that you enjoy while doing them actually serving you and your emotional evolution, or are they keeping you stuck in the cycle that the shadow knows is comforting, right? Even if it's toxic. So lots to ponder here, Aries, but I'm giving you a big warm Pisces hug. Don't fear my water, okay? Enjoy your week, because this is where it's taking you. So remember, all of this work, this emotional collective evolution, is bringing a lot of positivity. So have an amazing week, Aries.